Now I am taking topic work energy theorem. So its statement is work is done by force is equal to change in kinetic energy. It means with the help of applied force we are changing velocity of moving body. So now proof of this theorem is let a constant force F is applied on a body which having initial velocity u. So due to this force its velocity become v, and during change of velocity there is a displacement d, and meanwhile body has constant acceleration a because force is constant. So by the formula work done by the force W is equal to F into d, and in place of F we can write ma, then this will become mad. Now use third equation, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So v is final velocity, u is initial velocity, and 2a in place of s we will write here d. Now solve it and find out value of AD, that is 1 by 2 v square minus u square. Now write down value of AD in equation number 1, and on solving we can find out here W is equal to 1 by 2 mv square minus 1 by 2 mu square. This is work done is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So this theorem is proved for constant force. Okay. So with the help of this example you can understand. Suppose there is a block of mass 10 kg and moving with initial velocity 10 meter per second. After some time its velocity become 20 meter per second, and keep in mind there is no friction. Then we have to find here how much work is done by the applied force. So simply we can determine work done is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, that is 1 by 2 m it means m is 10 into v it means 20 square minus 1 by 2 10 into 10 square, then it will give you 5 into 400 minus 5 into 100, then answer is 1500 joule. Okay. Now see second example. There is a block of mass 10 kg is moving with velocity 10 meter per second, but due to presence of friction it comes at rest after some time. Then determine work is done by frictional force. So utilize same theorem. F is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, and final kinetic energy is 0 because final velocity is 0, minus 1 by 2 m is 10 into 10 square, it gives you minus 500 joule. So work is done by frictional force is negative. Okay. Okay, now we will write work energy theorem for variable force. So suppose F it is a variable force. Okay, so F is equal to ma, and A is equal to, we can write dv upon dt, where dv upon dt is instantaneous acceleration. So suppose a body of mass m is moving with initial velocity u, and due to application of this variable force its velocity become v. So keep in mind force is variable, that is why acceleration is variable, and for small displacement dx work done is equal to dw is equal to f dx. It means force and displacement are in same direction. So write down value of f, and value of f is m is equal to f is equal to m dv upon dt. Write down m dv upon dt into dx. Likewise we can write in place of dv and dx their places interchange, we are interchanging their place. Then dx upon dt is v, velocity, instantaneous velocity, and dv is change in velocity for a small change in velocity. Now total work done in velocity change from u to v, then w is equal to u to v mv dv, and now integrate this, mv can take out and integration of v is v square upon 2. On solving we can find w is equal to 1 by 2 mv square minus u square. So again you can realize here work done equal to change in kinetic energy. Okay. Now I am taking topic potential energy stored in a spring. So suppose there is a spring of length L and its one end is connected with the rigid support and other end is free. Now we are applying external force Fex, by virtue of which its extension will take place, that is x naught. Okay, so as we remove this external force Fex, due to restoring force, spring try to regain its original state. It means here we have to determine work is done by the restoring force, and that is gives you potential energy stored in spring. Okay, so now before we go through this, there is a law related with the restoring force and extension, that is Hooke's law. So according to Hooke's law, within elastic limit, restoring force, it means Fre is directly proportional to negative of extension. So here negative sign is understand, or we place here negative sign because restoring force and extension are in opposite direction. Okay, where K is spring constant and it is also called force constant. And keep in mind, spring constant is inversely proportional to length of spring. It means length is spring is higher than spring constant is lesser. And lesser spring constant, it means it is a softer spring. Okay, so there is two kind of spring we are taking, simply hard spring and soft spring. For hard spring, K is higher. Okay, and as we plot curve between restoring force and extension, we will find out a straight line, and area is enclosed by the line with extension axis give us potential energy in spring. So potential energy is equal to area of triangle AOB triangle, this is okay, and now P is equal to 1 by 2 minus Fre into x naught, and in place of minus Fre we can write minus K, and for x naught we can write x naught. Then on solving we can find potential energy is equal to 1 by 2 kx naught square. Okay, so potential energy in a spring is depends on the extension as well as depends on spring constant. Okay.